Hello everyone, it's Dawn here and welcome. And today we're going to be continuing with I'm going to be using my square template set, and this time I'm going to show you how I've designed and we're going to make up a 6x6 inch envelope. And we need two pieces for this. We need one piece which will be this bit here. This is what I'm calling piece 1. Now you can make yours any size you like, but the standard square envelopes or cards are usually 6x6, sometimes they're 5x5, but the process is exactly the same. But obviously if you're making a different size you'll have to adjust the measurements. But if you're making a 6x6, this square here is a 6x6 square to fit your card, obviously. And these tabs are all, again, they're 6 inches, but these bits here, they're 1 inch deep. Now I will link all this below in the description box so that you can refer back to it if you want to. And this is piece number, I'm calling it piece number 2. And that is also, well, it says it's 6x6, but it's actually, I've made it a bit smaller. It's about 5.5 by 5.5-ish. So you don't have to be too precise about that, as long as there's enough to come over. And all will become clear when we start making it up. And when you draw around your template, you will have to just draw in with a pencil and a ruler these lines just to join up, and these are the score lines. Now I haven't made a card to go with this, I've just got a blank cardstock which will show you how it fits in. But what I have done, I have made up my envelope, or my envelope pieces, and I've decided to do mine in blue. So I'll just get my envelope template pieces out the way. And what we do need to do, we need to bring in our scoreboard. So let's do that now. And you only need it for piece number 1. And what we're going to do, first of all, we're going to turn the thing the right way round, which is always a good idea. And I'll just shift that over a bit so that you can see. And all we're going to do is score. If you leave it with the pencil lines facing you, actually, sometimes people will say, oh, you don't want pencil lines showing, but it's actually sometimes a good idea, especially in this case, because that shows you where you want to score, where you need to score. So just line it up and score like that all the way around. It doesn't matter if you're a little bit off, just keep going all the way around, and you've got 4 score lines. And we're going to turn that round again. Actually, if we turn it that way, butt it up against the edge and then score. That's probably the easiest way of doing it. I know some people do it different ways, but let's stick with the traditional way just for once. And one more. This is the part where we're going to close our envelope here, so just make sure it's flat against the side of your board and give this one a good deep score, because we need this to fold over. This is going to be the flap, as we've said. And that's all the scoring done. So I'm going to put that back there. Oh, sorry about the noise. And we're going to get the board out the way because we don't need it anymore. And then what we're going to do, we're going to bring this in and we're going to fold up all of our scores. I'm just going to get some double-sided tape ready because we'll need it in a few seconds. And we're going to fold all this in like that. That side and that side. But we won't fold that bit just yet. We'll keep the top, we'll keep the flap up. We won't fold it yet. We'll leave it like that. All will become clear. Now, you can use double-sided tape if you want to put this together. I'm going to use tacky glue. Now, a bit of a tip about tacky glue. If you've ever taken the top, this little top, off of your tacky glue, gone to squeeze it and the thing's blocked, this is just an ordinary dressmaking pin. This is one with a rounded head. And just pop one of those in there and keep it in there. And when you take it out, if you haven't used it for a couple of days, give it a bit of a pump, like that. And that should stop it clogging. I hope it's not going to prove me a liar. We'll find out. So open up your flaps, and all we're going to do is put 2 bits of glue, one there and one there to begin with. Yay, that worked. So a fairly hefty blob of glue. You don't have to be too boisterous with it. So like that, and then fold it in. This is only a fairly lightish weight card, so it should hold quite nicely. Any bits of glue you've got that are over or leak over, just wipe away. It will dry clear. Tacky glue will dry clear, so you don't need to worry about blobs of glue showing. And we're going to do the same to that side. Just fold it down as we go along, but do try and take away any bits of glue from the middle because you don't want the thing to stick together. You want this bit to form a lip, like that. So you may have to hold it down, but it doesn't matter too much because what we're going to do next is we are going to put glue along these three sides like this. So we could have used tacky glue or we could have used double-sided tape, but sometimes glue is a bit quicker. We could have used hot glue as well, but sometimes hot glue can make envelopes a bit bulky, so I wouldn't recommend that. But if you want to have a go at it to see how it's going to work out, do feel free and let me know how it goes. Nothing wrong with experimenting. I do it all the time. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but that's the fun of crafting. So I'm just going to pop that over there. And then all we do, we don't have to cut this, all we have to do is line it up. Just make sure we line it up with the bottom of our envelope like that and press it down. Hold it for a few seconds. Make sure it's all nice and flat so that it can't come off. But the good thing about using tacky glue is if you haven't got it in place the first time, you've got room and you've got time to reposition it. If you use a tape or a hot glue, once it's down, I'm afraid that's it. It's there for good. So that's our envelope more or less done. So you might have to just leave it a while for the glue to dry. But what we are going to do, while that glue is drying a bit, we're going to take some, this is double-sided tape, the inch wide, and we're going to take that off. We're not going to peel the backing off just now because we're not going to send it at all, not yet anyway. So we're just going to put that there, and when you do it, you just peel that off like that, and you'll fold that down, and that will seal quite nicely. But if you happen to have some envelope glue, of course do feel free to use that. And then when you're done, you just, well, imagine that that's the card. It's just a plain cardstock, as you can see. That will slip in there quite nicely. If you keep your cards fairly flat, don't put too much dimension on these, otherwise it won't fold flat. You'd seal that down, turn it round. If you have got any bits hanging over, you just take them off or just trim them off once the glue has dried. And there you have your 6x6 envelope ready to put your card in. Well, that was easy, wasn't it? Well, I hope you've enjoyed this and found it useful. And if you have, please do hit the like button and subscribe down below so that you never miss a video. And I will put all these measurements in the description box down below so that you can refer back to them. And in the meantime, I'm hoping you're having fun with these videos and you're crafting, and I'll be back very shortly with another tutorial. So I'll see you soon. And in the meantime, thank you for watching, take care and happy crafting. Bye bye for now.